What's good? It's your boy Herb Tutter. Welcome back to the show, The Transition. Today I'm talking about real intentions. When I go up and down the feeds and I see people that I know and that know me, you kind of get a chance to see what people's real intentions are, when you are silent. And my dad told me this a very long time ago. He was saying, if you really want to know what everybody's real intentions are, how people want to do things with you, just become silent. Don't continue to talk. Don't try to bridge the gaps yourself. Figure out by just being still, and you can see exactly what everybody's real intention is. What's funny is that when we get on these platforms and we talk about how we were done or how people didn't do us right or anything like that, it's funny how you can actually look at other people's feeds and you go, wow, because the connections of all of the people that are there was supposed to be for one, specific reason, and then you realize that later on it had nothing to do with what you thought it had to do with. It was something else, and its real intentions. A lot of times you can figure out people's real intentions when you just step back. When you step back, you realize you can see people's their real selves and what they really wanted out of this scenario, and how you may have been slowing the whole process down. For me now, I'm a person that I kind of stay out of everybody's way, because I can either roll with a group or I can roll by myself. I don't need the group in order to roll by myself. But what I've always said to everybody is that please explain to me where our relationship is, so I'm not overstepping my bounds or reaching out too far to a person that isn't trying to reach back. I am not one of those people that need people, and if I don't have people in my life, I'm gonna be distressed and distraught and not be able to make. No, I'm good. I can make this situation happen. With or without you. That's the finishing gene that I have, that I was raised with, is that I can still finish this whole thing with or without you. We don't have to do it, but I really enjoy the latter part of my life where I can actually be very quiet and just let people's real intentions kind of fall out. And it's funny because me and my cousin talk about it all the time. Is that when you look on and you see all of these people that supposedly not didn't want to talk with each other, didn't have any time for each other. No, it wasn't really like that. All these other excuses. When you get a chance to just fall back and watch people, connect. You're like, oh, okay. I thought nobody really wanted to connect. I thought that nobody really wanted to talk with each other. And it seemed like everybody wanted to avoid the situation when you were around in the scenario. But now that you're not around in the scenario, everybody talks. I'm not a hater. I'm the type of person that, man, if you guys can get along and it probably works better without me being in the picture, then it's all good. I've always said this. I even said this to my own personal children, is that don't pretend with me. If we're in a bad way, then let me know. I got a song called Prayer that I said, people want beef, but don't declare war. You know, everybody wants to fire shots at you, but when you start firing back, then people stop answering their phones. People disappear from social media with you, unfriend you, and everything else. I've prided myself of not being a person that runs from anybody. This is what I do. I made it through the south side of Chicago by all blessings, but that's just kind of who I am. Like I don't have any problems with telling everybody what's going on. If we all crook on this situation, I'm not about to pretend like I'm not. And I've seen a lot of people do that within my music career, where everybody pretended to be crook when nobody was crook at all, or everybody pretended to be straight and everybody was a crook. You know, I feel like you don't have to pretend when you become an adult. So it's either we all crook or we not. We all getting down or we not. And that's why I live my life by that now, is that we either all getting down or we not. And I don't have to chase you down, and you don't have to chase me down, because again, if you feel like our relationship wasn't that great, or we don't really need it, then it's all good. But I always say, man, please let me know how this goes. So I think, social media has helped me out in so many ways to where I could really find out what people's real intent was from the jump, and a lot of times when you do music, you find out real quick if people are on your side or if people are really trying to do stuff to make sure that they get themselves ahead. And that's okay, because again, man, everybody doesn't get a chance to become a millionaire off music. Everybody doesn't become a millionaire off of acting. Everybody doesn't get that chance. So a lot of times we feel like, man, I need that chance more than you. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is that sometimes you get a chance to figure out what people's real intent is. For me, I tell a lot of the people that are around me, but this is how I live. Anybody that has a real good intent for you will show that on a regular basis. Anybody that we don't have to talk to each other on a day-to-day basis to know that you got my back 100%, and that's something that I realize that, some of the people, excuse me, some of the people that you grew up and threw up with may not have your back like that. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever their reasons are, they may have a ton of reasons why. I definitely wasn't the same person that I was 10 years ago. Definitely wasn't the same person I was 20 years ago. But I've progressed. I've moved on. My progression has put me in a position to where I can see things a whole lot clearer. And I understand, who I hang with and who I don't have to hang with, and who I should get down with and who I shouldn't get down with, and who should stay an associate at this point, and really who should just stay in the past. You know what I'm saying? Because do you have my best intentions? You may not, so you get a chance to learn people's real intents. And for me, I've always said, if I'm 100% there for you, then you know it. If I'm 100% not for you, then you know it. There is no, there's no figuring out with me. I'm pretty much one way. So if we get down, then we get down. If we don't, then you know it. We don't. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, take these keys and all of these social media platforms to figure out what everybody's real intent is that's in your life, so you don't waste that person's time, but more so you don't waste your own time, because time is very valuable. Can't nobody buy any more time. So we don't need to perpetrate a fraud with each other to do what we need to do. And that's what I love about social media, is that the real intentions come out right on those pages. So pay attention to them. It's your boy Herb Dot, man. Listen, come on back. I'm going to always have another segment, because I try to motivate all the time. I wasn't always this person. So if you can get a chance to change, and maybe you can, touch another person, and maybe, bring the best out of that other person by your words, then you do what you got to do. Listen, do something for somebody else. Trust me, they give you a chance to figure out where you're supposed to be. Holla at your boy, man. I got a couple more. Come on back.